Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and I am so sorry about the live today. We just couldn't, we got on, but it kept buffering and it was irritating to everybody. I know it was. We checked our internet connection. Everything here was running at fast speed, so I'm thinking it was just a YouTube thing. I think I'm going to have to change my days and not try to do a live on Friday. I think it's just too busy. There's so many people on, and a lot of people are off on Friday, so they're on YouTube. Other people are doing lives at that same time, the big name people. So I think we're just going to have to choose another day. I will try to do one tomorrow, just a real quick one to show how we made this little ornament. It's very easy, very quick, no problem at all. And you can make it out of stuff that you have around home. That's the good part about it. You don't have to buy anything. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a card. Now, this card is going to be a little bit different. I saw one similar to it on Pinterest. I don't know who made it. I just saw the photo. When I clicked on it, it didn't give me a link. So, and then I have just kind of give it my own twist. So we will see if we can come up with this card. This is going to be a fall card, and we're going to use the paper Celebrate Autumn. And I think, I'm not sure if I have any more of these in stock, but I think that Maymay does. If she does, I will link hers below. All right, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by, and this is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards. It's going to be a regular size, but this is cut at 11 1/4. And the reason we cut it at 11 1/4, we want just a little bit of dimension in there. So we're going to score. Let's see, there's 5 1/2, so that's the center, not the center. We're going to score at 5 1/2, and let me see. I didn't figure this out before I come on. We're going to score at 5 1/2 and at 5 5/8, and then at 5 3/4. So let's see if that gives us what we need here. Maybe. Don't you just love it when I come on here and I haven't prepared everything correctly? Okay, that is going to work. So we scored again at, let me pull my, we scored at 5 1/2, at 5 5/8, and at 5 3/4. And that gives us just a little bit of fold there and a little bit of dimension, as you can see on that top right there. And that's what we want on this card, just because it's going to have a little bit of bulk for the inside. You're still going to be able to mail it. It's not going to be that thick. I just didn't want to squish all the inside, so that's why I did it this way. I don't think the one that I saw, I don't think it had any extra score lines on there that I know of, but we're going to do some score lines. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my mats down on the inside here. All right, our mats for the inside are cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to put those down right there. Technology is amazing, but isn't it irritating when it doesn't work right? I get so irritated when it doesn't work right, especially when you pay good money for your internet and all that kind of stuff, and then you still can't get it to work correctly. But I guess that is life. We will get it. Okay, put those two mats there, and then we have a piece of cardstock that is cut at 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, and we're going to score this. Lay that off the side. We are going to score this right in the center, and the center of 5 1/2 would be 2 3/4, and then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score at 2 3/4. Then we are going to score down the center this way, just one time. And what I do is, let me grab a pen. I try to do is I try to put a little mark down through here, and I'm just going to put it on, got one on my big one, but I don't have one on this one. I'm just going to put it on the 4-inch line, and I just go down the center like that and make a little mark. That way, when I put this up there at the top, I can also line it up at the bottom, and I know that I've got it perfectly straight. And I know I've got it in the right groove. So we're going to score from this point all the way down to that point. Just like that. So that is our scoring for now. We can go ahead and fold on our score lines. And go ahead and fold this way as well. So that is what we've got so far. Now we have some mats cut for this, and these mats are cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And we're going to put those down right there. Right here, and then we're going to put some down there and one down there. Now these two we're going to need to score at that angle from point to point like we did the bottom piece. So let's go ahead and take these two up, and we're going to score from that point down to that point. Like that, and do the other one. Oops, got that one just a little off, so we're going to turn it a little bit. So there are our two folds, and you're going to lay where you scored that. You're going to lay that right down on that score line. Oops, knocked this one off in the floor. So lay that right down on that score line, just like that. So we can go ahead and glue these down. Glue the two that are folded down first. So just kind of fool with it just a little bit so that you can make sure you get those points in the right place. It's a good thing about art glitter glue. You can move it around just a tad. And then do the same thing on this one. Just like that. Now on these two, before we put them down, we're going to put another piece on here. So now you have two pieces that are cut at 2 3/4 by 3. And you're going to put them on the 3-inch side, and you're going to score at 2 3/4. So put it on the 3-inch side and score at 2 3/4. And then just go ahead and snip off the corners just a little bit, just down to that score line. Just like that. You can go ahead and fold it back. And what these are going to do is they're going to glue right here and right down here. Just like that. So I just fold that in and make sure that it's burnished really well, because you want that to fold down flat. So what you want to do is make sure that your little flap is turned up. Put just a little bead of glue down through there. And then you're going to put it on the back side of that piece that you're going to glue it onto. Just pull it up to your score lines, match up, and then press it down. So we just put it on the back side of that, pulled it up until all of our score lines met, and then just pressed it down. So we'll do that again. That one is there, so we want this one right here. Okay, our little flap is up. Put a a little bit of glue down through there. Put it underneath because you want that flap to be on the back side. You don't want it to be on the inside of your card. And then just press that down and just kind of make sure that you get everything even and in line. There you go. Now you have something that looks like that. We can go ahead and put these down. Now if you don't want quite as much brown or whatever color you're using for the background of your card showing around yours as I do, you can cut these at 2 1/2. I'm going to put these up here. I'm going to keep them from being so bold. So I'm just going to use this. So we will put that down just like that. And then this one down here. And there may have already been a ton of people out there that have made a card like this. I'm not sure. This is the first time I had seen it. So we just decided we wanted to give it a try. Now those are going to fold in just like that. But we want mats on the outside of these as well. That paper that we're using on the inside there, just so it'll kind of bring it all together. Ooh, I like that side too. I'm thinking I might use that side. We're going to change it up. I love this paper. Now this is going to fold up, and let's see, the first time you fold it, it's going to be kind of aggravating. So it's going to take you just a second. These little tabs up. Make sure all of that's down in there, and then you're going to fold it together just like that. See, that makes a little box. Isn't that cute? But then when they open it up, all of this will come out. This is kind of like one of those little pop cards, the pop and twist cards, but there's no twist element to it. So what we're going to put on here is I'm just going to put this come from the paper pad, and it just says thankful and blessed, and I think we'll hide that underneath and let that be a little hidden element there. You don't want to put a lot of dimension in here, so try to refrain from doing all that dimension. And then on this one, I think we'll put that fall, sweet fall on there. So there's two little hidden elements, and you could go ahead and put more stickers on these if you wanted to. Just keep in mind that these need to fold in, so don't put a lot on there. Now, you don't need to put anything on the outside of these. What this is going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark the center of this card. So right there is our center. You're going to lay this down, and where that first score line is, which is right back here, is where that point of that's going to be. Now your opening is down here, so keep in mind, keep your opening down here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put, I'm just going to put art glitter glue on here. I might have to hold it just a minute, but I know it will hold. So there we go, right there. Just kind of look at each side and make sure you've got about the right amount of room there. There we go. Now you just need to put the art glitter glue on the top. And then just close this over. Making sure before you press anything down that these bottom pieces come together. Then press it down. And when you open it up, that's what you have. And then you have this. So a beautiful card that you can put all kinds of messages in. Or if I turn it that way, they're all upside, those are upside down. For the video, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let you see that I do make a few mistakes, but I usually can go in and fix them with just some bling and some different things put on there. So I will probably put some bling on here, do different things like that. So just go ahead and fold this in. Now if you have a little corner right there, like I do, that's trying to fold back on you, it could mean that you just didn't get it quite as straight, glued on, as you would like. So you can just trim that off real lightly, fold that back up, push these in, and then press it down. And there's your card. But you're going to need a way to close this card. So what we're going to do is use some twine. I'm just going to use twine. I'm not going to fool with ribbon. I'm just going to put some twine on each side of this. Now I'm going to use my score tape. Put some score tape right there. And then put that twine down. And then we'll flip it over. So we're going to put this on the front. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, your mat. Okay, and this is how I'm going to solve my issue with these 2 sheets of paper being upside down. I'm going to put, I cut these out of the paper collection, and I'm just going to put these down on top of that. And it's still going to leave a little border around it. And I think that works. Now on the front, I think we're just going to put this. I love that little fox. It just says thankful and blessed. And we're going to put him up on some dimensional tape. And we're going to put him at a little bit of an angle there. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this just so that I can put the other elements on here. This is just a rustic looking card, and I think fall and twine, somehow it just goes together. Who's with me on that? Don't you think that fall and twine is just something that has to be? Now I've punched out some little leaves, and this is just from our leaf punch here, the McGill leaf punch. And I think we will just slide these in some different areas up here. And just kind of, I'm going to tip the ends of them up just a little bit. Then I just brought in a little orange piece of twine, and I tied a little bow, and I'm going to put that there. And of course we have to find some bling to put on here. Not sure which one. I've put a lot of my bling up already and trying to get things ready, and of course I'm taking lots of bling with me, so a lot of that's already gone up, but I think we can use some of this orange right here, or the brown one. And this is from the Hello Fall collection. So we'll put one there, one there. We'll just kind of make it look like that this is tacked down with this bling, and then one over here. And then we will glue our little bow right there. I'm just gluing it right on top of where that bow that's in the photo is. That way it'll kind of look like that's a real little tag there. And then we're just going to clip those ends off. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I may put a little bit of Wink of Stella on these leaves. Let's see if we can find our clear. Put a little wink of Stella on here so these leaves will kind of stand out just a little bit. Have a little bit of glitter on them. I think that one's almost dry. And that is the card. That's the card for today. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, I apologize for not being able to stay on live today. Just wasn't in the cards. But we will try again either tomorrow. I'll try tomorrow, and if it doesn't work, then I will probably change my live to either Tuesdays or Thursdays. I know Maymay is on Thursday, but I'll make it a little bit later than her or a little bit earlier than her, one or the other. So just watch. I'll post it on all of my social medias exactly when we're changing it up and what time, that kind of thing. Sorry that you missed today, but we will show you how to make these out of just simple things that you have around your home. They're very, very easy. We'll talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video. And we will talk to you later. Bye.